Started stripping the old multiple layers of paint off here. Looks like it may have been, it used to be yellow at one point. I'm replacing the sprocket on here. Teeth are real worn. It's welded on. 72 teeth. I bought another one. Probably gonna have to cut this one off and maybe make the other one where I can bolt it on and off. I think it's an old Golden Pinto. I mean, it looks like one. The seat's a little different, but it may have been added later on the way it looks. I'm gonna try to do a rear disc brake setup. I bought a little kit for it. Get rid of that. We'll see what happens if I can get that on or not. Long ways to go. So far I've been spraying on this aircraft cleaner, aircraft remover paint stripper. Got this at AutoZone. Works pretty good. And then I'm taking my drill with different wire brushes on it. I'm just going over the frame. I'm just getting it all cleaned up. And then they sell this rust remover at AutoZone also that works really well. I'm going to use that on some of the places to clean up some of the rust. Yeah, that's all the different seats and shocks.
So when they come home, is there somebody there when they come home? Maybe they came home and
Hey, Dad, I want to keep him.
It's Bill's cat.
How you know?
Bill said so.
He said so?
Yeah.
I know. But she's so nice, though.
Well, doing some more cleaning of the frame. I think I got most of the 4 layers of paint off now. Can't decide if I want to do it yellow or black. I think I'm going to remove this brake and do a disc brake setup on the back. Maybe even do some type of disc setup on the front too, just for some extra safety. Got the forks pretty much cleaned. They was bent a little bit. I was able to straighten them out though. Get a new seat. You can get seats, pre-done seats, pretty cheap on eBay. About $40. Just a matter of finding one that's will fit that bracket, or you just have to make a new one. I was just going to do a centrifugal clutch. I decided to do a torque converter. So that's one reason removing this, to get the torque converter going. Able to get rid of that also. May do some extra welding on the frame, just to kind of beef up the rear wheel mounts. Maybe do a little extra welding around the neck here. That looks pretty solid. Definitely do some on the pegs here. Well, no turning back now. Yeah, those scrub brakes gone. I mean, I could well, put it back on there if I wanted to, but I definitely want to do some type of disc brake setup. Some way, somehow. I'm drilling out the old sprocket so I can mount a new sprocket. It's common sprockets for this size and this bolt pattern. And then I will cut it, and maybe in a square around that bolt pattern, and just leave it. Make sure I try to get it as accurate as possible to keep it somewhat balanced. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Well, I scribed it. It's about a 1/2 inch from each bolt hole. Cut it out, if it is unbalanced, it'd be very little. So we'll see what happens. Well, it's been done. Just have to clean it up, grind it, maybe round off the corners there a little bit. The reason why I'm getting rid of the sprockets is because the teeth are just too worn for me. And I think it's just, it'd be nice to be able to put a smaller sprocket on it sometime. We'll clean up that rim inside. It's probably been a very long time since seen daylight because it's so close to the tire. There's no way to get to it inside there. Ow, that sucker's hot. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, she's pretty rusty. I'll get her cleaned up as best I can. Clean up these edges a little bit. You know. That's a common bolt pattern. So, I mean, I could put different sprockets on it. Smaller ones, bigger ones. We'll see. I just put the new tires on today. You know, new tires and tubes. Well, done grinding on it. Maybe I'll play with it a little more. Looks pretty good. Definitely need to get that rust cleaned up. I'm gonna paint the wheels black, I'm thinking. Black or red. This is gonna be a new sprocket. Let's get the monitor up there. Plus it's gonna be interchangeable. Yeah, it's probably gonna sit off the wheel a little more, but should be manageable. You know? Just mocking up some stuff here. I got the sprocket on, got the wheels painted. Not too bad, I used that wrinkled paint. Not the way it looks. It's supposed to be durable. I'm just trying to figure out, I want to do the sprocket brake. Looks like I can get it to some kind of bracket there. Make some type of bracket. I really want to do, let's get rid of the cable system and use a rod system. And actually maybe even have a brake pedal over on the other side there. Let's see. Let's see. The cable system would be so much easier, but I just don't trust them all that much. Haven't decided yet. The rod system would be a little harder to figure out all the pivot points, and the brake pedal would have to be way up here somewhere. I might hit the tire, so I got some stuff to figure out. Yeah, I need to get this stuff figured out. Got my fenders pretty much located where I want them. I'm going to get rid of this little bracket and do a straight bracket. That way I can bolt these on. Get the front one figured out. I'm going to run and get some new bolts and stuff for the axles, the seat, and the neck. So I can get together and see how everything's going to work out. Oh, look, I got another new little project. Looks like it to be a 70's Montgomery Award, either 525 or 424. I don't think these are the original forks, because the originals had springs like up in this area, and they're a little bit shorter. It's pretty cool. It's got a swing arm. Some had struts, some had shocks, just depends. See where it's got a jack shaft. They ran a jack shaft on here. Factory. Traded some old cell phones for it. Yeah, she needs some work too. I like the white tire, but I don't think these tires and wheels are not original to it, so I have to figure something out there. It almost has a chopper look. Waiting on some parts for my little go-kart project. A new motor seat, motor bracket, whatever you want to call it. Motor plate, we'll call it motor plate. That's what it is. Get that on. I'm probably gonna do some reinforcement on this frame to make it a little more stable. I gotta fix this mess. I don't know what to do there. It's just a one-wheel wonder, but I want to make it a solid rear axle. So I gotta figure out a way to get that a lot better. Well, got the back fender on. Too bad. I have to notch it out a little bit right here for the chain. We'll see. We'll see. Still gotta do the front. Still gotta do the front. Well, got the new brake mounted. Worked pretty slick. These are pretty generic disc brake calipers. Getting pretty cheap off eBay. They use the common brake pads for little pocket bikes. You see, it just I did put some washers in there to shim it up a little bit. Just worked pretty slick. Crappy welds. Huh. It's hard to get in that little area. This one didn't turn out too bad down here. That one sucks. They should hold. Of course, there's room for the sprocket to go around it, above and below it. That's a plus. Pretty simple setup. Really no room on this side for brakes. Stuck that 6.5 horsepower motor on here, and it's just too big for this bike. This is a small mini bike. I might just get me a little 3 horsepower Harbor Freight engine throw on there for the kids. Well, got the brake linkage done. Just gotta make me a little pedal. I'll get it all together and put it on the ground and see where I'm at. But as you can see, that clears the motor just fine. Another crappy weld. Just try to hold little washers there. I can spin the wheel and show you. Yeah. Yeah, that's not happening. But you can see it working. Boy, it took forever to figure out how I was going to do it. Still worried about that linkage not working properly, but it seems to be. Got a little more pedal too. Now I just need to figure out what I'm going to do for. I just want to do a piece of flat stock or what. Well, got my new seat in for the bike over there. I had to get rid of the rear brake, well, rear foot pedal brake, because the wife didn't like that. I went with the cable. Oh, whatever. But now I'm working on the seat bracket for the new seat I got. Get this off eBay for $50. You know, not too bad. Should match well. The little piping's a little lighter than what the bike is, but it ain't gonna look too bad. Just got done welding up the bracket. The seat's gonna sit on. And I just ran out of welding wire. So, I need to do a little more welding on it, but pretty much done. Oh yeah, the wife wrecked the bike. Before I could even get any video of it. She wiped out, scratched my handlebars. Because of the brake, for some reason she had to use her feet to stop when she had a perfectly good pedal right there. Scratched my brand new motor. Well, that's how I did the throttle. And I need to probably figure out some permanent solution, but it works, as you can see. Yeah. Surprisingly, the rear disc brake, or rear disc sprocket brake, works really well. You know? Simple too, I mean. Yeah. Not too bad. It's actually pretty fun to ride. It's not real fast with the 3 horsepower motor. Good for the kids though. I could ride it and I'm around 250. Just have to do a little push off. But after that, after it gets going, man, it really scoots. Yeah, the wood's cracked underneath there.
Underneath it? You know that?
Yeah.
Lift it up.
Like she ran something over.
What? What's she got some magnet? Isabel! Isabel, stop!
Oh.